Good evening, fellow Sabrinas. Don't forget to video it.
I'm videoing it.
Says. Okay, this opening piece was the first step in my poetry journey that was done about a year ago. Ish. This is words about words. Just do it, they said. Just put some words on the paper, words that matter to you. How very helpful, I thought. But where do I start? What words do I begin this unfamiliar task with? But then I realise, if words are important to me, it does not matter what they are or where I start, because they're from my heart. And if the words I lay down resonate with a roomful, or one person, or no one at all, they matter to me. And that is enough. So, this poem speaks for itself. Witch. I have been the maiden. I have been and still am the mother. But now I am entering my crone era, and I am embracing it with both arms open wide. I can wear what I like, do crazy things like take up a new career at some sea at a ridiculous age, and not give two shits what others think. Oh, the joy in that. I grew tired of conforming and finding the path of the pagan has given a freedom like never before. However, I do need to shatter some illusions. Although I try and live with Mother Nature and tread lightly on the earth, I don't live in a rickety old cottage in the woods. I don't have long flowing white hair. I don't dance naked round a fire, although I probably would, given the opportunity. I do, on occasion, wear a beautiful cloak. I do love a good crystal, I meditate and I burn sage. I do perform rituals to honour the seasons. And I love a good tree hug, especially an oak with its strength, comfort and wisdom. I am kind and caring, nearly a cunning woman seeking help from nature. I'm not scary, I'm different. I answer questions openly and I live my truth. And if that makes me a witch, I will proudly own that title with all its glory. So, whether you are a maiden, a mother, a crone, stand tall, my darling, and proud. Shine your light so brightly it will blind the ignorant. For you are glorious, beautiful, wise and mighty in all your eras. We sometimes forget the power our words can have. This piece came out of me being wounded by one careless word. The title is Free Falling. There she stands in the spotlight, balanced on the tightrope. No one can see how precariously she is holding on. She looks confident, sure-footed. But is she, really? Look closer, and her eyes spell fear. Look closer still, and there is a moment of hesitation before the next step. One tiny move, and she is gone. No safety net, falling, spinning downwards through space and time, hurtling into the obsidian black. There she stays, lying still, dormant, trapped like a fly in the spider's web. Self-preservation holds her in its embrace, packed tightly like a chrysalis waiting for life to re-emerge. Eventually, slowly, her wings start to emerge through the darkness. Thoughtfulness, care and medication slowly help her unfurl. This time she rises. Oh so slowly, oh so painfully, she spreads her wings and soars back towards the light. So, next are some words about what could happen if we continue to ignore nature's warnings. This is called Gaia. Skeleton trees against the beautiful pink-hued iridescence of the morning sky. The sheer beauty swelling my heart and bringing a tear to my eye. Grass and plants pushing up between paving slabs, ivy and brambles enveloping a long abandoned building. Nature quickly reclaiming what is hers. Mother Earth is trying to battle the hurt we are inflicting. We thrust deep into her heart for oil and fossil fuel. We burn forests so she cannot breathe. We pour our rubbish into her oceans and poison her watercourses with chemical waste. She is angry and tries to make us see. She rages in storms, tearing at her very self, pours boiling lava from furious volcanoes. She opens the ground, swallowing homes and people in earthquakes. She sends tsunami waves of destruction. And yet, we do not listen. Global warming, the harm we have inflicted, and all its consequences, now just accepted. My heart bleeds for our future generations, who will inherit an incurably diseased and dying, but still oh so beautiful, blue ball drifting in space. When I, many years from now, am returned to a floating, insignificant speck of stardust, I will gaze down as her lights fade and finally die, and I will hang my head and weep. In this current social climate, this piece needs no explanation whatsoever. Not all men. Not all men. Not all men are bad. Not all men are disrespectful. Not all men are misogynistic. Not all men are narcissists. Not all men are abusers and rapists. Not all men. Not all men. But all men know a man. All men know a man who talks down to women. All men know a man who is a bit handsy on a Saturday night. All men know a man who gets unnecessarily angry. All men know a man. All men. So if only say 1 in 10 of men are any of these things, what are the other 8 doing to make change? Posting memes on socials, supporting #MeToo, while thinking, well, it's not me, so I'll just turn away. To all men, I say, not good enough. Call out those that you know every time. Call the police. Call their mothers, their fathers, their brothers, their sisters, their mates. Call them out. Question their behaviour every time. Being an onlooker and not a participant does not absolve you, my friend. It makes you complicit. Be the change. Be the change. Be the fucking change.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to hand that to
you. I'm just now going to call on my able assistant, Mr. Peter Thompson, for a change of tone, a collaboration, which Pete and I were cajoled into writing by James Scott Howes. Can you go that side, because I can't deal with being the other side.
Same bed.
We are honoured that we have been asked to perform this piece at Wrexham Carnival of Words in April, alongside the Poet Laureate for Wales, Hannah Nissa, Brian Bilston and Rhiannon Cadwallader, among others. So, this is Out of Sight, Out of Mind.
Not yet, it's not.
Not apparently, it's not quite yet.
Here we go.
Talk to themselves. Are we good now? Crack on.
Is it my sensitive soul, or is it just a human trait with which I cannot align? Let's discuss. When I offer to help someone out, it is given with no expectation.
But I mean what I say.
And I will not forget.
They
can call on me anytime.
In a week or a lifetime away, I will deliver if I can.
When I offer my hand in friendship, it is with a genuine heart.
I may not see them for many a long day, but I will not forget them or the
Things
things we have shared.
Why is it then?
That I am out of sight, out
Out
of
of
mind.
mind. Often, the minute I leave a room.
The homeless man on the street corner. As people pass by, he is not met with a smile and a hello, a vacant look if he's noticed at all. No one crouches
and meets him eye to eye and has a chat. And yet loneliness is one of the worst afflictions of humankind. Why is it that
he is out of sight,
out of mind?
The minute that passerby has moved on. There is a boy on the bus.
He is subjected to a barrage of racist teasing by his pale-skinned mates,
who are
only joking in it. No one jumps to his defence.
It is someone else's problem.
Other passengers assume someone else will help. Why is he
out of sight,
out of mind? An invisible boy and his invisible aggressors on the invisible bus.
After other passengers alight.
There's a couple
having a row on the street. He is being aggressive and making violent threats.
Whilst their children look on. No one tries to intervene or even call for help. Why are they
out of sight,
out of mind?
Does no one go home and worry about that girl
and their children who silently looked on? A man goes into work every day
with the same people
for over 20 years, shares the highs and lows of life with his colleagues.
He thought they were friends.
But when he retired, no one came to call. No one asked how he was. No one even remembered he had been there at all. Why is he
out of sight, out of mind?
Did no one really care for all those long years together?
Someone puts down solid roots with new friends they believe.
Feeling welcome for once in their life.
Able to connect with people they never thought likely.
Having always thought themselves more downstairs than upstairs.
Then suddenly backs are turned and connections broken.
Previously planned adventures become just passing comments with no real intentions.
In shock, they return to loneliness and broken dreams.
How is it that they have become so
out of sight, out of mind?
Are people really so
fickle and fake? Someone
tell us, please. Why is it that everyone is so
out of sight and
out of mind these days? Everyone just seems
to be passing through each other's lives. These people walk the same planet and breathe the same air.
And yet they seemingly breeze through life making no attachments.
Am I the only one who feels nobody
should feel
out of sight,
out of mind. Everyone who walks this earth is of value. Thank you.
So after that little barnstormer, quite a little ditty there. Wouldn't it be a different world if we all dropped our masks and revealed our true selves? This is called masquerade. In a hall filled with light, people wear masks. Some white, some are black, and some ornate gold. Voices mixed with the music, and no one speaks their real thoughts. Eyes glance at one another through cutouts and ribbons. No one asks who is underneath. Everyone moves with practiced steps, keeping time with rhythm, keeping secrets behind cloth. The masks stay fixed, steady, polite, and changing, until one person takes theirs off. The room drops silent. No one knows what to do with a bare face. When I started to work on this next piece, I thought it would be interesting. I wrote it shortly after International Women's Day last year. My heart broke. This was inspired by Jess Phillips, MP for Birmingham Yardley since 2015. She is currently Secretary of State for Safeguarding and Violence Against Women and Girls. The facts were taken from the 2000 list, a project listing the names of every woman killed by femicide from 2009 to 2023. The list was released in 2025. This is in memory of those 2,000 women and the women who've been killed since. This is more than names. Statistics, not numbers, people. Women who did not get to fulfil their dreams or spend their lives happily and joyously. Asia Hassan, Barbara Hobbs, aged 79. Kiva Morgan, Deborah Johnson. Young women and older age, it seems no protection from a violent end. 73% aged between 20 and 60. Elif Oruk, Theon Roberts, Palmyra Silver, Grace Kizak. Women who trusted and loved, who paid the ultimate price. Women duped and tricked into trusting until it was too late, in too deep. 61%, the number killed by a current or former partner. Kanwal Azam, Laura Wilson, Magdalena Picotte, Nellie Myers. Home, a place we should all feel safest of all, a harbour in troubled waters but no longer a haven when she lives in fear. Freedom taken. 71% killed in their own homes. Onis Khatoon, murdered by her own son. Pauline Quinn, Ki Chan and Rose Hill. The devil lurks behind the front door, waiting like a praying mantis. 40% shared this home with their killer. Sana Javed, Tracy Kidd, Una Dorney, Vicky Case. The glint in the dark, the deep slice cutting through flesh, blood blooming. Or maybe the tightening at the throat, the struggle to find escape fading like the breath in her lungs. 49% stabbed, 27% strangled. Wendy Ambrose, Zinzin Lu, Yvette Halesworth, Zahada B. Hiding, scared in the dark, silent onlookers as the horror unfolds, unknown damage rippling through their future, no mother to hold. 162 killings seen by fucking children. Pauline Kilkenny, Ranjit Gill, Lindsay Ashton, she was only 25 and a mother of 2 who looked on. Hansa Patel. Now he walks free, possibly anonymously, opportunity to start over. No such future for the victims. Only 18 of the 211 men sentenced for manslaughter before 2020 remain in custody. Imelda Molina. Janet Scott, mother of 6. Denise King. Kerry Smith. Belinda Rose, a 62-year-old support worker. Claire White. Denise Rossler. Gita Ruffino, a company director. Harjit Chagger. Jodie Chesney. Kinga Rosinska. Rita Zanab, aged 21. 21. Hammered to death by her husband. Ruby Love. Yolanda Saldana. Zoe Morgan. Every murdered woman is one too many. Within this beautiful bag, something hideous is contained. The identity of hundreds of murdered women. On each slip is one of their names. Who's going to pass it round? Feel free to take a name if you wish. No pressure. Open it or don't. Whichever.
Pass it round.
You have a choice, which none of these women did. In the immediate aftermath, we are able to put a face to a name, but all too soon, the image fades. The meaning implicit. Please, I beg of you, give a small thought sometimes to that woman who became a statistic. Thank you. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, on a lighter note, it's like daytime TV. Before I give you my last 2 pieces, I would like to thank you all for being here for my inaugural headline set and for being so warm and so appreciative and, you know, what a community. Of course, massive thanks and love to my partner in poetry and all other things, Pete, for his endless support, advice and encouragement. And lastly, to the absent James Scott Howes for believing in my work and offering to work with me. I am forever indebted. So, bit of a change of tone. Let's find it. Where's the other one? So, how about this for a change of rhythm? Jo Cox, who's sadly not here tonight, and I had a conversation about how funny it would be to write a rap at our ages. And I wrote this, and originally it was supposed to be a comedy rap, Pam Ayres style-y. It's not that. This is called Crown Already On. I stepped to the mic with my story to tell about women who rise, who fight, who excel. From the roots to the rooftops, the silent, the strong, we've been royal from the start. Crown's been on, all along. We're mothers, we're daughters, we're leaders, we're friends, we break down the limits they swore wouldn't bend. with a calm in the chaos, the fire in the fight, with the stars in the darkness, still shining so bright. To every girl in the mirror who questions her place, no power is written all over your face. Your beauty, your brilliance, your truth, you're enough. The world gets its strength from a woman's tough love. So this is my anthem, my praise, my song. To the women before me who carried me strong, and to the sisters beside me, we're already free. The crown's not given, it's our destiny. Now I'm going to be really unprofessional because my tab's fallen out. Bear with. So unprofessional. I'm sure James will have something to say about it.
I did warn you last night.
No, right, found it. If this is my final piece, and if this poem offends, why are you here? Audience participation is encouraged. You will know when. This is called "Fuck This Shit, Let's Start a Riot." People trolling strangers on the internet just because they don't like their lipstick. People pissing on the homeless as they wobble from bar to bar with their geezer mates. Fuck this shit, let's start
a riot.
Wheelchair users unable to gain access to accessible places because the lift or the ramp is broken. Others with hidden disability too scared to ask for help for fear of derision.
Fuck this shit, let's start a riot.
Bully boy party leaders spouting rhetoric and lies, the big boys in the world's playground, stealing other kids' toys and giving them a good kicking because they can.
Fuck this shit, let's start a riot.
Women fearing they will be prosecuted for having a miscarriage, kids being sold to slavery to the highest bidder. Gammons in every corner spouting their racist bigotry, the house have it all, and the rest of us sold up the river.
Fuck this shit, let's start a riot.
The country has gone mad and the world even madder. Leaders leaping in and out of bed with each other like a bad porn movie. So, let's
Fuck this shit and start a riot.
and turn the tide. I said,
Let's
fuck
this shit and start a riot.
Thank you. Good night.